Did you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, we have the calculating the effect of free surface effects, or the FSE. So FSE is what we call as the loss of GM. So again, the loss of GM, or the reduction of GM, the value of GM will tantamount to the condition of the ship being able to become a unstable. Ano po? So, ano nga yung standard natin na sinabi ko sa inyo, or nasa IMO regulation yung standard ng GM natin na magiging stable po siya. Ano nga ang value yon sa GM? Naalala niyo pa ba yon? Nasa IMO criteria po natin, nalimutan nyo na agad. Anong value ng GM standard?
Not less than 0.15.
Okay, so not less than 0.15 or 0.15 above ang ating required GM. So meaning, pag bumaba siya ng 0.15, there is possibility that the ship is unstable. Again, the very essential properties of the ship is the GM, or the metacentric height. So knowing the metacentric height, you will able to know if the ship is stable, unstable, and in neutral equilibrium. So there are situations that causes the GM to become low, or to reduce the value of GM. This is what we call the free surface effects. So the free surface effects will occur when there is a slack tank. Ano ba yung ibig sabihin ng slack tank? So we all know that the ship is composed of many tanks, sa forehead, sa aft, and then may mga tangke doon na hindi natin sure na meron pa siyang hindi siya fully loaded or slack. Naintindihan naman po yung word na slack. Ano po? Yung kulang po, hindi po full yung loob ng tangke. So yun, yung laman ng tangke na yun, yung slack tanks, will cause slushing of liquids. Example, this is the tank. And then may laman po siyang hindi po siya full liquid inside the tank. So pag nag-move yung ship natin, magsa-slush po yung liquid inside the tank. So the slushing of liquids inside the tanks will cause the GM to get low. Okay? Or will reduce the GM. So the reduction of GM will cause the ship to be unstable. So kaya guys, pag tayo ay nagdi-discargo ng cargos, or for example, nasa wharf na yung ating ship, so magdi-discharge na po ng cargo. So we make sure that the ship is, or the tank of the ship is fully loaded. Example, hindi naman maiiwasan yung mga tangke na, like example, yung mga fuel. Sadya naman pong nababawasan ang fuel. But we will make sure that yung mga ballast tanks, yung mga loob lang po ay fresh water or salt water, make sure natin siya ay fully loaded. Pag nag-discharge na ng cargo, o pag nasa wharf na po yung barko natin. Kasi yun po yung mga situation po na delikado po yung barko natin na mag-capsize. Lalo na po pag mga bad weather conditions. Pag bad weather conditions, dapat po fully loaded po yung tangke natin. Usually po, yung mga tangke na nasa loob ng barko ay nasa below part ng ship natin. So that's why, again, yung sinasabi ko dati, that the very basic action that you're going to do to make the ship stable is to make the tanks fully loaded, or yung nasa baba po ng barko natin is mas mabigat. So dapat ang G po natin kasi dapat lower. or the kg is lower so that the GM will be higher. Again, the higher the kg, the lower the GM. So practically, we would like to know that we would like to have a kg of lower, or the center of gravity is lower, so that will have a GM of higher GM. Ito po yung gusto nating i-achieve. So dapat lower ang G. So dapat yung mga loads natin nasa baba. Dapat yung mga slack tanks ay fully loaded. Naintindihan po yun? So that is a free surface effects. So to know the calculation of the free surface effects, it has a formula called the LB cube over 12, or that is the value of our inertia, or I, ito po, multiplied by the density inside the tank. So ano ba yung density inside the tank? So of course, kung oil po yan, so ang density po ng oil, so dapat naka tons per cubic meter. Okay? So point something po yan. Pag salt water, edi 1.025. Ang nasa loob po ng tank. Ito po, nasa loob ng tank. Ang W naman is the displacement, or the ship's displacement. This one. The triangle. And the value of N is, there are certain cases also that the tank is subdivided into divisions, or minsan transverse, minsan longitudinal. So, malalaman natin mamaya kung ano yung pagkakaibahan pag ang tangke ay walang subdivision or walang compartments. Example, longitudinally subdivided into 2 or into 3. Or transverse naman. Pwede din, transverse siya na subdivided yung tank natin. Malalaman natin ano yung causes pag yung tangke natin ay may transverse subdivision or longitudinal subdivision. Ano kaya mangyayari sa FSE? Bababa siya, or aakyat po yung value. Yun. So again, the L is the length of the tank, B is the breadth of the tank. This one is the formula for I, so kaya may 12 na po siya, itong inertia. Then the W is the mass displacement of the ship, and the N is the subdivision, or again, that is the longitudinal subdivision or compartment. So example, pag dalawang subdivision, so tatlong compartments. Tama. So pag tatlong compartments, the value of N is 3. 1, 2, 3. So pag isang subdivision, longitudinal po ha, hindi po kasali ang transverse, yung value ng N. So pag isang dinivide ng isa, so dalawang compartment, so ang value ng N is 2. Pag dalawang subdivision, longitudinal, meaning the value of N is 3. So this is the number of compartments. So longitudinal compartments. Pag sinabi namang transverse compartment, hindi po siya considered as the value of N. So wala po ang value ang N, 1 po siya. Okay, so again, that's longitudinal compartments, number of longitudinal compartments. Gets po? So minsan, di ba, ang ating GM can be found using Km minus Kg. And then, isa-subtract natin pag mayroong reduction. Pag may reduction or may shifting of loads or discharge, isa-subtract natin siya sa GG1. So yung reduction na yon, yung solid, yung GM na yon is what we call as the solid GM pa. But pag sinubtract na natin sa FSE, or ang FSE kasi tinatawag na G1 to GV. So, from G, shift to G1, shift to GV. So, ito yung loss of GM. So, originally, to find this one, Km minus Kg is equal to GM. So, isa-subtract pa ng GG1 pag discharge or shifting, magkakaroon tayo ng tinatawag na solid GM. And then, itong solid GM, isa-subtract pa sa FSE, magkakaroon na tayo ng liquid GM. Okay? So again, from GM, subtracted by GG1, magiging solid GM. And then, isa-subtract sa G1 GV, or this is what we call as the FSE, isa-subtract, magiging liquid GM. Yun po yung final GM natin. This is the most actual GM kasi kinonsider na natin ang mga slack tanks. Okay po, again, that is LB cubed times the density inside the compartment over 12 times the mass displacement of the ship over the number of compartments, longitudinal compartments. Gets po? Let's have an example. Okay, a ship of 6,000 tons displacement floating in salt water has a double bottom tank. So this is a tank at the bottom part of the ship, 20 meters by 12 meters by 2 meters, which is subdivided at the center line. It's divided at the center line and is partially filled with oil of relative density of 0.82. Find the virtual loss of GM due to the free surface of the oil. So we have a tank. Na ano pa ba? Papakinggan pa ba ako? Teka lang, gets. Do you still hear me?
Yes,
Wala akong internet. Example po, ito po yung midship part ng barko natin. And then this is the double bottom tank. Then the double bottom tank has 20 meters. Ito po ay 20 meters. And then ito po ay breadth niya ay 12 meters. And then yung depth ng tank is 2 meters. So partially, when we say partially filled with oil, meaning hindi po siya full. So meron po tayong slack tanks po dyan. Ito po. Then ang loob na to naman is oil, which is 0.82 SG. Or again, that's 0.82 tons per cubic meter na density. Ang loob po ng tank. So, sinubdivide po siya at the center line. So, this is the center line. Wait, tingnan natin. So, of course, center line siya na-subdivide. Magiging longitudinal subdivision po yan. Ano po? Nagets po yung drawing?
Yes po.
Okay. So, to find the FSC, or again, that's G1 GV, that's LB cubed over 12 times the density times the W times the number of compartments squared. So the FSC here is the length of the tank is 20 meters times the breadth, which is 12 meters cubed, times the density of the oil, since oil po yan, 12, times the mass displacement, 6,000 tons. Ito po. Times the number of compartments, since may subdivision sa gitna or longitudinal subdivision, mayroon tayong 1 and 2 tanks. So 2 squared. So the value of our FSE, or the virtual loss of GM, is 0.098 meters. So if you have a value of GM, paano natin kukunin nga ang GM kung wala lang kasi dito? KM is equal to KM minus KG. So, equals to GM. Dapat isa-subtract mo po ito. Okay? So, pag may mga shifting pa tayo, isa-subtract ang GM sa GG1, and then yung and then the answer for this one is isa-subtract pa dito sa FSE. So, ito na yung magiging actual GM, or the liquid GM. Okay, so ito po yung reduction ng GM. So actual, again, kinonsider nito ang mga slack tanks. Dati kasi may example natin ay hindi natin kinoconsider yung mga tanks. Hindi nagkakos po kasi yan ng pagbaba ng GM. So again, the reduction of GM will cause to the ship to be unstable. So pansin nyo din, sige, sa next example po tayo. Bale, ang ating value lang ng GM dito is yung reduction is very small because of the number of compartment na i-divide natin sa longitudinal compartment. So let's have an example po na mas magigets po natin kung ano yung pagkakaibahan pag may transverse or pag walang transverse, or pag may longitudinal subdivision, or pag dinamihan pa natin ng longitudinal subdivision. So we have a ship that has a displacement of 3,000. On the vessel is a rectangular double bottom tank, 15 meters long. Ito po, 15 meters long and 8 meters wide. This tank is partially filled. So again, this is not full, meaning there will be FSE. So again, there will be FSE or free surface effect pag ang tangke ay hindi fully loaded, or yun, may sloshing of liquids. So this tank is partially filled with ballast water, that's 1.025. So ang laman nito is salt water. So if the GMT or the value of our GM is without the free surface effect is 0.18. So ito po yung GM natin na sinabtract natin sa KM minus KG. 0.18. Ito po yung tinatawag na, kung sinabtract na to sa GG1, tinatawag na siyang solid GM. Calculate the virtual loss of GM and the final GMT when the double bottom tank has, so may apat po na situation. First, no subdivision of bulkheads fitted. So let's solve letter A first. Kung wala po siyang subdivision, FSE B cube over 12 times W times N. Again, ang L natin is 15 meters, B natin is 8 meters. Mabilis ba ako? Times salt water. Over 12 times the, ano nga yun? 3,000 tons mass displacement. The number of compartments, since wala po siya, so 1 lang po yan. Okay? 3,000 is our mass displacement. Naintindihan po ba? So far?
Yes po.
Yes.
How about the others po? But 42. So the value of our FSC here, sa wala pa siyang subdivision, will have 0.2187 meters. Again, that will cost, ito po yung FSE, then the GM final, or the GM final will have, again, the GM is 0.18 minus 0.2187 meters. The value of our GM will become negative po, ano? So this is not healthy. The GM will become negative. So magiging unstable po talaga yung barko natin. Pag may partially filled water dito. Tinatawag na tong liquid GM. Okay po, what about letter B? Ang letter B naman, one transverse bulkhead fitted at the mid-length. Meaning, transverse po siya. So, this is the brief. Pag ganun lang po siya. Ang mangyayari dyan, wala po tayong magiging number of compartments. Isa lang din po siya. Kasi ang kinakonsider natin sa N is longitudinal. And since this is transverse, the value of our N here is still 1. Still 1. So, meaning, wala pong kwenta yung ating transverse bulkhead. So the value of our FSE here in situation letter B is the same as the answer po sa ating letter A. Gets po ba? Kasi po, again, the value of our N here is still 1. So, ganun pa din ang sagot nun. 15 times 8 times 1.025, 12 times 3,000. Again, this is dapat kasi ito ay longitudinal. So 1 pa din ang compartment niya kahit po sinabdivide siya transversely. So FSC here is still 0.187 meters. The same as letter A. So the GMF here is equal to 0.18 meters minus 0.2187 meters, negative 0.387 meters. Okay po? Gets? So how about letter C? Again, sinubdivided po ng 1 longitudinal. So ang mangyayari dyan, may value na po tayo ng n, which is 2. 1 and 2. 15 meters times 8 meter cube times 1.025 times 12 times 3,000 mass displacement times 2 squared. Kasi po, dalawa na po. Dapat longitudinal po yan. The value of our FSC is not really sure, but it's 0.0547 meters. So, i-reduce po natin ang GM dyan kasi nga ang FSC ay tinatawag na loss of GM. Meters minus 0.0547 meters. So, GMF here is equal to 0.1253 meters. So, not that bad, pero hindi pa din siya kasya sa ating standard. So, unstable pa din to. Gets po ba? Kasi ang ating standard ay 0.15 meters. So, not that bad, pero nare-reduce kasi ng paglagay ng ating longitudinal bulkhead ang free surface effects. So, let's have letter D kung magiging stable na ba yung ating GM. Ito po, letter D. Ang letter D naman, 2 longitudinal bulkheads fitted giving 3 equal deviation. So, again, 2 longitudinal bulkheads po yan. So, FSE is equal to 15 meters times 8 meter cube times 1.025. That's the liquid inside the tank. 12 times 3,000 times 3. 3 na po kasi 1, 2, 3. Gets? Squared. Don't forget the square po. FSE here is equal to 0.0243 meters. Therefore, the value of GM is 0.18 meters minus 0.0243 meters. The value of our GM final here is equal to 0.157 meters. Meaning, pumasa na po siya. Magiging stable na po yung ship natin dito. So, ano po yung ating napapansin? So, the more the longitudinal bulkheads, maiiwasan po natin ang paglaki ng value ng FSE. Okay? So, mababawasan po natin ang FSE. So, kaya pala, pag may mga tangke tayo, it's best that we do have longitudinal subdivision po sa tank natin. Because, hindi naman natin maiiwasan na ang tangke natin ay magkakaroon ng slack or mababawasan po talaga siya. So, in order for to para maiwasan po natin magkaroon ng FSE, much better if yung tangke natin ay may mga longitudinal subdivision. So, the many or the habang dumadami yung longitudinal subdivision, ano po natin siya, mababawasan po natin ang loss of GM. So, yun yung mga construction sa ating double bottom tank. So, if nakita nyo na po, wala pa naman kasi nag-OJT dito. So, pag nakita nyo sa actual guys, yung mga double bottom tank, may mga tinatawag na solid floors. Yung mga solid floors, ito po tinatawag yan, mga longitudinal bulkhead. Maliliit lang po yan. Hindi po yan tinatawag na bulkhead sa actual. Mga solid floors po yan. Madami po siya. So the purpose of it is to reduce the FSE if there are cases na magkakaroon ng slack tanks. So hindi naman natin maiiwasan na mababawasan po talaga ang liquid inside the tank. So much better if may mga longitudinal bulkheads or solid floors po yan. Pag may mga midship, ano po kayo. So that's it. That's the difference between a tank having longitudinal bulkheads or transverse bulkhead or wala po siyang subdivisions. Gets po ba? Naintindihan po ito? Okay po. Okay. So, let's have another type of problem na meron po tayong kinoconsider na GG1. Alam na po natin paano isa-solve yung GG1 or the shape of GM. Or there are cases na may slack tank pa tayo and then may mga shifting, may discharging, may loading pa tayong nangyayari. What will happen if i-combine natin siya doon? Kasi dati, yung mga solve lang natin is the GM. Pag nag-discharge, pag nag-loading or pag nag-shifting, pero hindi natin kina-considered yung mga slack tanks. So again, sa actual, may mababawasan po talaga ang value ng GM because of our slack tanks. So let's have a problem. Dalawang problem lang naman. Am I fast or nakakahabol naman kayo? Okay, example number 3. We have a ship that has a mass displacement of 8,153.75 tons displacement. We have a km of 8 meters and a kg of 7.5 meters and has a double bottom tank 15 meters by 10 meters by 2 meters, which is full of saltwater ballast. So what will happen to the GM or yung final GM po talaga if this tank is now pumped out till half empty? So gets pa naman ni Carnel. Mabilis ba ako, Carnel?
Ayos lang po.
Diyan ba si... Okay. So, ayun, pag fully loaded yung tangkay natin, may 15 times 10 times 2 times saltwater ballast. Yun yung fully load. At paano pag sinabing i-pump out natin? So, anong synonym ng pump out? Discharge po yan, di ba? So, binawasan natin ng half. So, first is, aalamin muna natin yung bawas. Okay? So, let's denote it as the smaller W or yung mass discharge or mass pumped out. So, that's the length of the tank times the breadth of the tank times the tawag natin, height na lang pero at half empty times the density. So, the weight is 15 meters by 10 meters by 1 meter. Gets po ba bakit naging 1? Kasi half empty. Okay? Gets pa ha? Bagong tamo. Times 1.025. Since ang laman po ng tangke natin is salt water. Nawala na akong boses. The W here or the mass pumped out or the salt water pumped out is 153.75 tons. Gets po? Ito po yung ibabawas, ipapump out. Yung shaded area po yan. Yung shaded area po yan, yun po yung ibabawas. Next, so since may pagbabawas tayo, may magkakaroon po tayo ng shifting of gravitational pull, the gravity or the G. So again, pag nagbabawas tayo, anong mangyayari sa G natin? Aakyat or bababa? Ano yung sinabi ko dati pa? If nagdi-discharge tayo, anong mangyayari sa G? Aakyat or bababa? What will happen to the G? Nandiyan na sa picture E.
Aakyat po.
Okay, aakyat po siya. So meaning, if aakyat po ang ating G, tataas po ang ating kg. Ano po? Pag tataas po ating kg, bababa ang ating GM. Ito nyo mga po eh. Pag ang G, ito po yung original kg. Since may discharge po tayo, aakyat po yung G. So magiging kg1. So yung sinasabi kong GG1. So next, pag aakyat tong G, babawas tong GM. Kasi po, fix po yung M natin dyan. Yung metacenter. So hindi pa yan ha, kasi may free surface effect po tayo. So isasolve muna natin yung akyat ng G or the GG1. The shift of G. Paano nga yun? W times the distance over W2 or the weight of the ship. So, anong W niyan? Is the 153.75 tons. Ano magiging distance natin? Ano nga yung D na yan? Yung D na yan is the distance of the center of gravity of the mast or the cargo to the center of gravity of the ship. So, pansin nyo ha, medyo magulo kasi dito. So, yung ating height ng tank is 2 meters. Ang bawas is 1 meter. Meaning, ang center of gravity ng bawas natin is nandito. Dito sa 3/4 of 2 meters. Ito po yung center of gravity ng bawas. Kasi hindi po ito dagdag. Bawas po siya. Itong shaded part. So, meaning, ito na po ay 1... ito ay 0.5. Then 0.5, 0.75. Tama po ba? Ay, 1.75. Ito po, 1.75. Gets nyo? Ito ang center of gravity ng bawas. So, ito ay 1.75 from the keel. So, ano ba yung ating kg? Ang kg natin is originally, ito po, 7.5. So again, the value of distance here is the distance from the center of gravity of the pumped out liquid to the center of gravity of the ship. So 7.5 minus 1.75. Teka lang. 7.5 minus... Wait. Teka lang. 2... Ayun. Point. Sorry. 1 point... Ba yun? $1.5. Sorry, so this is 2 meters. Naguguluhan na pa din ako. So this is 1 meter. Ano po? Itong hindi shaded. And then ito po ay another 0.5. So meaning, ang center of gravity ng bawas is 1.5. Hindi pala 1.75. So 1.5. So 1.5 minus 7.5 is 6. Yun po. Yun po yung magiging distance natin, 6 meters. So again, this is 2 meters. And then, kukunin kasi natin ang center of gravity ng bawas. Itong center of gravity ng bawas from the keel is 1.5. Kasi ito ay 1 meter and then ito ay 0.5. So 1.5. Gets po? Then, isasubtract natin yung 1.5 sa 7.5 original kg of the ship. So meaning, magiging ang distance is 6 meters. The weight of the ship, since nagdi-discharge po tayo, isasubtract po natin. So 8,153.75 minus 153.75. Discharge. Gets pa po ba? Sorry, naguluhan ako kanina sa 6 meters. So the GG1 here is the GG1 here is ito po ay 8,000 na po ano. The GG1 here is 0.115 meters. Yun yung sinasabi ko kanina. The value of our solid GM. Kunin muna natin ang GM, original GM. That's km minus kg. So km natin is 8 meters minus kg of 7.5 meters. So the original GM is 0.5 meters. So to find the solid GM, that's 0.5 meters minus the GG1. .5 minus 0.115 meters. So solid GM is equal to 0.160 meters. Ay, sorry. Hindi po. 0.385 meters. 0.5 minus 0.1 is 0.385 meters. Ito po yung sinasabi ko kanina na solid GM. Next, to find the liquid GM. Solid. Fluid pala. Fluid GM. That's the solid GM minus the FSE or the G1 GV. So, wala pa tayong FSE. So, solve muna natin ang FSE. So, yun, kinoconsider na natin ang FSE. Last time, di ba, yung mga sinasolve natin, hanggang solid GM lang po tayo. Ano po? Bakit nga pala sinabtract natin ang GG1 sa original GM? Kasi tayo ay nag-discharge. Last time, pag tayo nagdi-discharge, i-add natin sa kg. 'Di ba? So pag nagdi-discharge tayo, tataas yung kg or aakyat yung kg, bababa yung GM. Kaya sinasubtract natin ang GG1 kasi ito ay discharge. Naintindihan po ba 'yon? Now, may ano po ba tayo dyan? May compartment po ba tayo dito? Wala ano. So, the length of the tank is 15 meters. Breathe is 10 meter cube. Density is full of salt water. 12. The mass. Ang mass na po natin is 8,000. Kasi biniwasan natin. Tama po ba? Ito po yung mass natin. Times 1 squared. So the value of our GM here is the G1 GV or the FSC is 0.160 meters. Ito po yung G1 GV. So from kg, magiging kg1 hanggang magiging kgv. So aakyat po yung value ng kg natin, pero ang mangyayari sa GM is bababa. So the rise of kg is the fall of GM. Naintindihan po ba yon? So pag aakyat yung kg natin, bababa yung GM. So the solid is 0.385 minus 0.160 meters. .385 minus 0.160 is 0.225 meters. So this is the actual GM na kinoconsider natin as the fluid GM na meron na pong FSE. So the rise the G here rises upward from G to G1 and then rises again from G1 to GV because of the partially filled saltwater ballast. Okay, so because of that, the rise of kg will tantamount to the loss of GM or the reduction of value of our GM. And then the reduction of GM will cause the value of the condition of the ship to become prone to unstable. Pero so far naman, the value of our GM is malaki kasi siya at the start 0.5. So na-ano pa din niya, na-recover pa din niya kahit may mga free surface effects kasi 0.225 pa yan eh, di ba? Malayo pa siya sa 0.15 meters. Gets po ba? Hello po, may kausap pa ba ako dito? Baka wala na akong NX.
Yes po.
Let's have last example. Dadagdagan natin pa ng angle of least. Yan, para clear yung ating value ng D. So, a ship of 8,000 tons displacement has a km of 7.5 kg of. So, hanapin na muna natin ang original GM. Ayun. A double bottom tank is 12 meters long, about 12 meters long, 15 meters wide, and has a 1 meter deep. So 1 meter po ang height ng tank. Then the tank hill is divided into one longitudinal subdivision. So, pag sinabi kasing center line, guys, pag center line siya sinubdivide, automatic that's a longitudinal subdivision kasi pag ganun pa ang pag-divide niya. And pag 3D siya, ganun po siya. Subdivided by the center line. Yan po siya. Pag naka 3D po siya. Yan. But, yung yung ano lang po, yung the tank is divided longitudinally at the center line and both sides are full of salt water. So, nung una, yung both side is full of salt water. Full po yan. Calculate the least if one side of the tank is pumped out until it is half empty. So, ano mangyayari? Full pa din to, yung isang tank, and then isa is half empty. Naintindihan po yun? Sinubdivide po siya longitudinally or at the center line, pero ang nangyari, biniwasan yung nasa, say for example, at the right side, on my point of view, binawasan ng kalahati. So, meaning, meron tayong tinatawag na FSE. And then, magkakaroon din tayo ng list. Kasi of course, binawasan dito, di ba? So, mag-i-incline yung barko natin pa left side. So, magaganon ang barko natin na po pa left side. Okay, first is alamin muna natin yung original GM, and then yung solid GM, and then yung fluid GM. Bago natin i-solve yung ating angle of least. Okay, wait. Unahin muna natin yung weight. Ba't naging ano na to? So, mass of the pumped out, itong W po. Discharge again. Saan na yun? Go. So, that's 12 meters. L times B times height half over 2. Ay, over 2 pala yung breadth. Bakit over 2? Kasi nga subdivided pa dito. So, this is 7.5. Or sige, lagyan na natin, ayan, B over 2 nga po siya. Then, ito pa ay half. Or, sige, sabihin natin half over 2 times density. So, weight is, the length here is 12 meters long times 7.5 meters kasi nga half lang po. And then, half ulit, that is 1.5 meters. Kasi ito ay 1 meters. 1 meter. Tama po ba? 0.5 meters times, the density here is 1.025 tons per cubic meter. Naintindihan tong 7.5 and 0.5?
Yes
Gets po? Okay. So this is 46.125 tons. That is the mass of the pumped out salt water, yung sa kabilang side lang. Okay, next, the GG1. W times D over the weight of the ship. So the W is 46.125 tons. The distance from the center of gravity of the pumped out liquid to the center of the gravity of the ship. So ang weight po natin is 8,000 minus 46.125 tons. Ano magiging D natin dito? The original kg is 7. And then yung pumped out dito has a center of gravity na 0.75. Tama na ba ako? Kasi ito ay 0.5. Ano? 0.5 times the half of the half empty, that's 0.25. So 0.75 or 3/4 of 1. Tama na ba ako? Minus 0.75. So, meaning 6.25 ang D natin. Gets? Gets yung 6.25? Wala nagtanong eh. Diba? GG1 is equal to 0.036 meters. So, ano muna ang original GM natin? KM minus KG. Andyan ba si RJ? 7.5. Si Alea, nandyan din. Parang walang tao. 0.5 meters. So, ano magiging value ng solid GM? Yan. That's our solid GM. So, solve muna natin ang FSC para makuha natin ang fluid GM. FSE is equal to LB cube over 12 times density W times N squared. So, L natin is, ay, mahirap to. 12 meters. Times breadth natin is 7.5 kasi nga half lang. Cube times 1.025 tons per cubic meter times 12. And then ito ay, ito, 8,000 minus 46.125, that's 7,953.875 tons. Times the value of N. The value of N here is still 2 or 1. My question here is, what is the value of our N here? 1 or 2? Ano nga ibig sabihin ng FSE? Yung pagkakaroon ng slack tanks. So, ano yung compartment lang ang may slack tank? Isa or dalawa?
Isa po.
Isa lang, di ba? So, 1 pa din to. So, considered pa din yung isa as fully loaded. So, wala tayong pake dito sa fully loaded. So, ganun pa din. 1 pa din ang compartment. Kasi compartment na merong slack tank. So, 1 pa din siya. So, the value of our FSC here is... So, umimik na siya. Asan ka kanina?
Nag-heart po ako, sir, kanina.
Okay po. So, fluid GM is solid GM minus FSE. So, 0.464 minus 0.054 meters. So, fluid GM is equal to 0.410 meters po. Ayan. So, that is our final GM or GM fluid. So, that is our final GM. Pumasa pa din po siya, stable pa din. Pero hindi pa tayo tapos kasi hinahanap pa dito ang, di ba, ang sabi natin is list and the final GM ang hinahanap dito. Wala pa tayong list. So how do you get the list? That's angle of list, tangent theta, GG1 over GM. Ano po? So may GM na po tayo. Ang gagamitin natin na GM is the fluid GM kasi itong final GM. Paano ang GG1? So hindi po ito ang GG1 na horizontal. Hindi po yan GG1 na vertical. Ito kasi ang GG1 na vertical. Okay? So, ang GG1 na to is the horizontal GG1 or yung nasa drawing kanina. Sabay yun. Ito po. Dito po sa taas. Ito po. So, ang hahanapin natin is the G2GV or the GG1 horizontal. Hindi po yung G1GV. Ito po, G2GV or this one. So, hanapin natin to. So, ulit, may solve tayong GG1 or GG1 horizontal. Ganun pa din. W times D over W. Pero mag-iiba yung ating D. Ang D natin is ito na. Okay? So, horizontal po. Wait. Wait a minute. Okay, the GG1 horizontal. So the W is 46 point, saan yan? 125. So kinumbine lang natin ang angle of least dito, kaya siya naging complicated. Tans, and then yung distance natin is 3.75. Bakit kaya naging 3.75? So again, ang half dito is 7.5. Ang center of gravity, horizontally natin, originally is at the center line pag horizontal. So, ang measurement natin from the center of gravity of the pumped out, which is 7.5 divided by 2 to the center line. So, 7.5 divided by 2 is 3.75. Gets po? Pa-horizontal po tayo. 7.5 divided by 2. Since po, yung original G natin ay nasa gitna, horizontally. W here is 7953.875. Sinabtract na po natin sa ating mass pumped out. So this is 0.036 meters. So that is the GG1 horizontal. Again, yung kanina GG1 vertical. So yun. So horizontal, that is 0.036 meters. Ito po. Times the fluid GM 4.10 meters. So the angle of theta here is 3.7 ata to. Parang 0.036. Wait, sagutan nyo nga to. I think this is 0.022 meters. Ayan, mali pala to. So that's 0.022 meters. Yan, so the answer is 3.0714 degrees or 3 degrees per minutes and 7.26 seconds po. Naintindihan po ba? That's the angle of least to the port. Okay, question. Okay po, hanggang doon lang naman po ngayon. 10 to 1 hour pala tayo. So, pakisave po ng notes ninyo kasi wala po ito sa inyong module po. Okay po. So, wala nang tanong. Wala na. So, wait. Attendance na tayo. Output ng inclining experiment. Ang mangyayari, may final exam pa din tayo, 50%. Then, yung final output niyo is magiging 50%. Yung output niyo sa inclining tsaka yung sa barko niyo. Kasi ang mangyayari doon, since magkakapareho kayo ng barko, magkakapareho din kayo ng values. So, magiging unfair po siya. Magkakapareho kayo ng final exam, di ba? So, yun. Ginawa ko, magkakaroon pa rin tayo ng final exam and then magkakaroon din tayo ng final output which is yung barko ninyo. That's first week of May kasi ang final exam natin is May 19, May 12 pala, May 12 to 16. Di ba ang bilis lang? After a week lang ata. May 12 ba? Hindi ko sure pala. Parang May 19 pala. See? Week 17. Week 12 kasi tayo ngayon. So may 5 weeks po tayo. 5 weeks na lang. So if no more question, then wala tayong pasok next meeting. Pakiayos na lang ng Bungeon curves ninyo. May klase pa tayo na Tuesday. Yan. Wala, parang mag-quiz na tayo. Tuesday. Ayun, may quiz tayo next week. 15. April 15. Bago mag-bakasyon. Quiz 2 lang naman tayo. Hanggang quiz 2. Okay po. Yes, siya.
Sir, online po tayo?
Sa 16? 15?
Opo, Tuesday po.
Ay, oo nga pala. Ano, swerte kayo ha. 17 pala yung ano din niya. May pasok. Okay, bakasyon pa naman yun. Tsaka may plant tour na nito. Sa May 1 pala tayo makakapag ano. May 1 pa tayo mag-exam. Ay mag-quiz to. Okay, may ano pa naman tayo, may dalang lesson pa tayo bago matapos yung ano natin. Okay po, wala na pong tanong. Class dismissed na po. Thank you for listening. Ingat kayo lagi.